Let's talk about valuing your onboarding process or the value of your new customers. There's several ways to do this, but I find this method really helps. Let's look at a 90-day window to start with, or 12 weeks, because it's a nice, easy metric for regularly consuming customers in a discretionary retail brand. So first we look at week 1, and all we want to do is just measure the effectiveness of new customers that have come on board. Effectively, your new customer block will be based up of 2 groups. There'll be ones that shopped and ones that have not shopped. So this total number of new customers that you acquired, some of them shopped when they joined and some of them didn't shop, depending on how you onboard customers and what details you need from them. So before we go any deeper on week 1, let's fast forward to week 12. So in week 12, we'll be doing a similar sort of measurement. You'll be looking at all the new customers that you joined. Again, you'll have a number of people that shopped and those that not shopped. Depending on your seasonality, the number each week on week will be will go up and down, but generally it'll be fairly consistent. But what we're really interested in now is looking at the rest of the customers. So in the rest of your customer groups, you'll have basically 2 groups of customers. You'll have those that are inactive, and you'll have those that are active. Active being they've shopped in the last 12 months. So inactive is pretty straightforward. There's all the people that are long inactive, so all these people that have been inactive for 12 months or longer. But there's a special group here called the 12-week inactives. So these ones are the ones that lapsed in week 12. So these customers are the ones that, as of this week that we're measuring, are the ones that we lost. Hopefully the number here will be smaller than the number of news, but in some cases it's not. So it's definitely one to watch here when we talk about retention, but this is about onboarding. So within inside your active range, these are all the count of all the customers that have shopped sometime in the last 12 months, not including the people that have shopped for the first time this week or joined this week, because they're already been counted for here. So what we want to look at is in amongst these, you'll have people that have, in week 12, they have shopped. And also maybe some of these will be reactivated. So these reactivated people are the ones that have come back this week and shopped for the first time from over 12 months ago. So they've come from this inactive bucket back into here. The next group is a group of people that are considering. So hopefully these are people that are giving you a signal that they're planning to shop this week by visiting your website, opening emails, giving you more than what they normally would as far as engagement goes to tell you that they're planning to shop. Then we've got people that have shopped in the last 12 months. So generally everyone else, 12 months. And people that are at risk of lapsing. So these are people that, unless you do something, are probably going to turn up in your week 13, week 14 lapsed bucket. So these are ones that you definitely want to watch out for. The most important thing you want to look at now, though, is a special group of people that are in amongst this group that are your week 1s. So remember we measured week 1 data. Now in week 12, we want to look at the graduating class of week 1 to find out how they went. They'll be somewhere in amongst this group here. So what we want to do is out of the week 1 group, so the week 1 in week 12 cohort, what we want to understand is how many of those people have still not shopped. So these are people that are still from this bucket that have remained in that bucket over here. Hopefully it's a lot less than what was in there to start with. We want to look at people that have only shopped once. So these are people that have shopped for the first time here, and up until week 12, they haven't come back and shopped again. So it's the only time they actually shopped. And then the final set of people that have shopped more than once, and we want to find out whether they have 2 shops only, and also whether they have 2 channels or more, 2+ channels. So the number of customers that have not only shopped twice, but have shopped in more than one channel, be it online, in-store, concession, anywhere where you can track a known customer sale. And these are just people that have shopped twice in the same channel that they joined. So 2 shops online only, 2 shops in-store only. Your success here is measured based on how people have moved through this, how people that were here have moved down from this shopped once into the 2 shops+ plus category. Your overall onboarding conversion rate can be measured by the number of customers that have moved from this element here into the 2 shops or 2 channels or more. That's the best way to measure the success of your onboarding programs, whether they be incentives, welcome communications, anything else you might put in place to improve the chances of a new customer becoming a great customer. The metrics you should be measuring would be your 90-day value. So the average value, say average of those customers, how much money do new customers spend in the first 90 days on average? So you can start working out when this count comes in at 10,000 customers, then we can predict how much money we're going to make over the next 90 days from those customers. What you should also be tracking is the annual average value of customers. So you can also predict the value of these new customers in the long-term revenue you'll generate from those customers over the first 12 months. I find that the 12-month revenue is much more useful than the full customer lifetime value calculations, because customer lifetime value can be a bit subjective and can be affected by other market forces. So annual average value is money you can pretty much put in the bank for the upcoming year based on your acquisition and onboarding conversion rates over time. Obviously, if these conversion rates improve, then these numbers will go up, and then the value of acquiring people increases as well.